coast. Then you must take the east road for about 6 kilometers until you reach the town.
All right, very good. Now let's do one more. Linda, you want to go to the beach, so please ask Sylvia directions.
Okay. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the beach from here?
Sure. You must take the road north out of town for about 15 kilometers. Then take the coast road east for about 5 kilometers until you see the sign for the beach, and then you're there.
All right, very good, everyone. Now it's time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the next town, please? You should take the south road for about 20 kilometers. Go east for 10 kilometers until you see the mountain. Could you tell me how to get to the beach? You must take the north road until you reach the coast. You may take the east road or the north road.
Read and repeat. Listen and write.
Now it's time to listen and write. Listen and write the sentences. You must pay your bill before you leave the hotel. Could I have some towels for my room, please? You must drive north for 15 kilometers. Could you tell me how to get to the town center from here? Do you know what time the restaurant opens? You should take the north road out of town. She may drive east or she may drive north. Could the porter take my luggage to my room, please? Could I have the key to room 201, please? When you get to the mountain, take the east road. Now, check your work. You must pay your bill before you leave the hotel. Could I have some towels for my room, please? You must drive north for 15 kilometers. Could you tell me how to get to the town center from here? Do you know what time the restaurant opens? You should take the north road out of town. She may drive east or she may drive north. Could the porter take my luggage to my room, please? Could I have the key to room 201, please? When you get to the mountain, take the east road. Now, read the story and then answer the questions about it.
Read and answer.
When you first arrive at a hotel, you must check in at the reception desk. The receptionist will ask you for your name. The receptionist may ask you to spell your name. The receptionist will also give you your room key. The receptionist will also be able to help you with any questions that you may have about the hotel or about how to get to places that you may want to visit. When you ask for directions, you should speak politely and listen carefully to the person who is giving directions to you. Remember that east is the same direction as right, and west is the same direction as left. You can also go to the tourist information office for help or information about directions if you don't know how to get somewhere. When you stay at the hotel, you can ask reception for something to eat or drink in your room. Food and drink will be brought to your room. This is called room service. If you want to drink something in your room, you can get drinks from the minibar, which you will find in your hotel room. When it is time to leave, you must not forget to pay the bill, which is the money that you must give to the hotel for staying there, and to pay for any drinks, food, or telephone calls that you made. Enjoy your visit. Now, answer the questions about the reading. What must you do when you arrive at the hotel? Who will ask you for your name? What else may the receptionist ask you? What should you do when you ask for directions? Where can you get help and information if you don't know how to get somewhere? What do you ask if you want something to eat or drink in your room? What direction is the same as east? What must you not forget to do when you leave the hotel? What direction is the same as left? Where will you find the minibar? Now, check your answers. What must you do when you arrive at the hotel? You must check in when you arrive at the hotel. Who will ask you for your name? The receptionist will ask you for your name. What else may the receptionist ask you? The receptionist may ask you to spell your name. What should you do when you ask for directions? You should speak politely and listen carefully. Where can you get help and information if you don't know how to get somewhere? You can get help and directions from the Tourist Information Office. Who do you ask if you want something to eat or drink in your room? You should ask the receptionist. What direction is the same as east? Right is the same direction as east. What must you not forget to do when you leave the hotel? You must not forget to pay your bill when you leave the hotel. What direction is the same as left? West is the same direction as left. Where will you find the minibar? You will find the minibar in your hotel room. All right, good job. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Practicing English. So, Carrie, are you ready for our little trip?
I think so. When do you think we will leave?
I think we'll leave around 10 in the morning.
Can you tell me how we will get there?
Well, first I think we'll take the tramway to Tunel. That's a good way to go down Istiklal Jadesi. We can look at the shops, but we can't do any shopping.
See, it's probably safer for my budget that way. After we take the tramway, what will we do?
Well, the tramway ends at Tunel, so we will take the Tunel. Did you know it's the shortest subway in the world?
Really? Do you know how long it is?
Well, I think it's about 500 metres. It takes maybe 1 minute, and of course it makes only one stop. It's great for coming up because we don't have to walk up the hill. However, we will take it down because we'll be carrying our bags.
Could you please tell me what we'll do then?
Well, we'll walk under the bridge to the ferry boats, then we'll take the ferry across to the other side, and then we'll walk some more.
Sam, can you please tell me how far we'll walk? I need to know because my bag might be heavy.
No problem, Carrie. We might walk about 5 minutes. Now, could you please explain to me why your bag might be so heavy? We're only going for 2 days.
You know, I have to be prepared for anything. I'll take clothes for walking, going out, sleeping. I want to be prepared.
Well, I think you're planning on taking too much. We'll probably walk a lot on the island, so you should bring walking shoes and comfortable clothes.
Thanks for the advice. Now, back to getting there. Can you tell me how long the ferry ride is?
Well, we'll take the regular ferry to the island, and I think it takes about an hour and a half.
What do I need for the hotel?
Well, in Turkey, you need to show some identification when we go to reception.
What kind of identification?
Your passport is probably enough. Of course, you need to bring money to pay for the hotel.
Yes, Sam, I know that. Can you please tell me how we will get to the hotel?
It will be very cool. When we get off the ferry, we'll take a phaeton.
Would you please explain?
Okay, a phaeton is a kind of taxi, but it's very old-fashioned. It's a special kind of wagon pulled by a horse. Cars are not allowed on the island.
Wow, that is cool. Now, Sam, do you know if there are towels and all that in the rooms?
Of course, Carrie. You and Angie will be sharing a room, and I know there's a minibar and room service. Oh, when we check in, we can see what other services they have to offer.
It sounds great so far. Can you tell me if the hotel is expensive or not?
Yeah, I don't know, as Alexi made the arrangements. I think it's pretty reasonable, though, and it includes breakfast.
Oh, that's good. It will be one meal we don't have to pay for. Do you know where we will eat our other meals?
Well, there are lots of restaurants. We can eat lunch in a cheap place and have dinner in a fish restaurant. The islands are famous for their fish restaurants.
Can you tell me what other things we might do? Eating is good, but surely we will do something else too.
Okay, well, we can take a phaeton to the top of the island, as there's a very old Greek Orthodox church and monastery there. Also, there's a big park and we can walk around it. Now, it's getting a little cool these days, so we probably can't go swimming, but we can look at the beautiful sea.
Yes, I would like to go swimming, but it's not warm enough for that. Where is the beach?
Well, I'm not sure where the beach is, but I think if we walk along from the ferry, we'll find it. After all, we're on an island, so nothing's very far away.
That's true. We can probably walk around the island.
Yeah, that's true, but it's easier and faster to take a phaeton.
And what a cool way to go somewhere.
Yeah. Carrie, are you going to pack your camera?
Sam, I always take my camera, so I am ready.
Well, I know Angie, Jack and Alexia are excited about this little trip. I am too.
Me too. Thanks for answering all my questions about it. I guess I will go home and pack.
Yeah, I will too. Okay, remember, don't pack too much.
No problem, Sam. See you later.
Bye.